Okay, good morning everyone. Welcome to a special live edition of Team LA Talk. As we know, Iran will be playing Nicaragua in just about an hour. Glad you're all here. I'm very excited for this. And it's interesting to see how Iran has a friendly match. People are wondering, Iran has a friendly match so quickly. This one and the game against Tunisia very, very quickly. So let's say anyone who's requesting to be live in the video, just hold off a bit. I'll definitely get you on when I get the chance. Just going to go over a few things. Remember, so we are live right now on Instagram Live and on YouTube. So this is very exciting. So wherever you are in the world, if it's a morning time, hopefully you're having your morning coffee or chai, and I'm enjoying mine with my Team LA Talk mug. Must say that I think it looks pretty cool. If you're interested, let me know. And of course, everyone else, so I'm looking back and forth. I'm seeing who is having something to say on Instagram Live. I'm seeing who has something to say as well on the YouTube chat. Hello to you as well. Glad you could be here. So as we know, Iran's about to play Nicaragua in a friendly match. Now, one other thing I'm going to just point out is that in the most recent episode of Team LA Talk that I just made, I need to point out how I talked about the provisional roster, the 30-man provisional roster according to Varzesh, an Iranian source. Now, I was not really thrilled about some things, I'll be honest. And all you joining us, I'm doing well. How are you? Glad you're here. So when looking back at the list, when there was 5 goalkeepers, for those goalkeepers, of course, Bayravan Abidzadeh, Hossein Hosseini, Mohammad Reza Akhbari, and Payam Niazmand. Then there was 4 left backs, and there was also 2 right backs. And someone just said, do not trust Varzesh 3. Yes, and I did say that in the video, that I'm saying if it's fully accurate. I didn't say that is how it is. But what I do want to also add to this is that, when talking about that list, I only went over the goalkeepers and defenders, left backs, right backs, and center backs. And looking back at that list, if Carlos Queiroz, that's a 30-man list, and they just got to cut 4 players. If Carlos Queiroz were to cut, let's just say, Akhbari, Niazmand, then I would obviously choose cutting Omid Noorafkan, and also cutting, I would say cut Saman Falah as well, because he's a little too inexperienced. But if those are the 4 players that get cut, then that means Iran would only have 3 strikers according to that roster. And that to me is a little concerning, just because, if the 3 strikers are, Azmoun, Taremi, and Ansari Fard, then, yeah, I know, they are good strikers. But Iran needs some more strikers, in my opinion, at the World Cup. Where, if those are the 3 strikers, then what about Shahab Zahidi? Or perhaps Ali Alipour? Because Alayyar Sayar-Manesh is injured and will not be playing in the World Cup, this should mean that there was a guaranteed spot for either Alipour or Zahidi. Okay, so that's pretty much all I could say there. And yes, and now we're seeing some people saying that Ansari Fard is a 10. Well, if that's the case as well, look, yes, I understand you're saying he's a 10, but that means are we just going to have Azmoun and Taremi, is that it, as our strikers? I'm a little concerned about that. And yes, I agree also with 29 United. Looking now at my Instagram feed here, yes, Shahab Zahidi and Amir Hossein Hossein-Zadeh should definitely be on that roster. And let's see, I'm looking now at YouTube as well. Remember everyone, doing my best to multitask between Instagram Live and YouTube, and of course also my breakfast. I'm not going to say where I got it from, just for certain reasons, but I am loving it. Let's see. Also saying, hope Abidzadeh will not play in the World Cup, from Paris Police. Yes, I agree. Ali Reza Bayravan is Iran's best goalkeeper, and that's all I've got to say about that. Okay, some people are saying Queiroz made mistakes to not add Mohamed Mohebi. I do like Mohamed Mohebi. He was on my list of players on the bubble, but it looks like it appears as if he will not be on the list, if that's very accurate. 29 United also said Goldus can play up top. Yes, that is true. Kasra Ahmadi, 23 said, should Golizadeh start or come off the bench? I would say, in all honesty, bring him off the bench. I think Iran playing against these very physical teams, I think he'll be a very good sub off the bench. And of course, Golbazan has joined us as well. Hello there. I'm glad you could join us. How you doing over there on your side of the world, Golbazan? I'm pretty sure that's obviously my good friend. His name is Arya. So let's see what everyone else is saying. Yes, like I said, if anyone wants to join for Instagram Live, I'll definitely get to that in a few minutes. I'll bring on maybe a couple people, but I cannot be on here too long. I'm just doing this before I have to head over to work. Obviously, I'm not going to be doing this in the car. That'd be way too much multitasking. You know what I mean. I have to drive the car. I'm not getting a limo ride over there. Okay, yeah, the Instagram ID is Team Eli Talk. So we got the same handle everywhere. Okay, let's see how everyone else is doing. So how are you all feeling about this game against Nicaragua? I know in my normal videos, I naturally would say, have a video about, looking at the players to watch and things like that. Well, it didn't really work out this time, but I don't think Nicaragua really has that many players to watch. I looked at their list of players, mostly domestic. I think they have one player who plays in Costa Rica. So it's definitely, this should be a good test for Iran. But I think more of a test for their reserve players than, the starters. And I think right now a lot of us don't want a lot of Iran's big name starters playing in these friendly matches. And earlier someone said the friendly against Tunisia, someone asked, has it been noted as official anywhere? Are we sure it's taking place? Well, that's a very good question. So right now I'm going to say it appears as if it will be taking place in Qatar. But remember, any kind of friendly match involving Team Eli, I would say, just wait a little bit. Okay. All right. So everyone else who's joined, I appreciate you all being here. It's really exciting to be doing this. So Iran versus Nicaragua. Do we have any predictions? Predictions. What do you think the score is going to be between Iran and Nicaragua? These all better be predictions involving Iran victories. Sorry, but I was planning on having my breakfast too, but I don't want to be so rude, so, bit bashid. Okay, Golbazan says 6-0, Haizan says 3-0, Paris Police says 5-0. These all sound like good scores. You see, Ali Reza said Nicaragua lost to Ghana's World Cup side by only 1 goal. Okay, well, we also remember these are friendly matches too. I see also 2-0 from Navid. Let's see, his question is, what's your midfielder of choice? Well, what midfielder do you mean, though, Mr. Navid? Well, by midfield, I got to go with Saeed Ezzatolahi, Ahmad Nurulahi, and I would like to see Saman Godus playing as the central attacking midfielder. Okay, we also got one person predicting 4-1. Someone predicting that Nicaragua will score a goal. All right. Let's see, who do you think is going to start in this game in goal? I think it should be maybe Akhbari or Niazmad. If one of them do start, then that means they probably have a chance of making the roster. But I think if Hosseini starts, and that just shows that we know who the 3 keepers are going to be. And, besides, obviously, Bayram and Abidzadeh are locked in. There's basically just a battle for the 3rd keeper spot. Okay, so let's see. I'll go ahead and get someone joining just for a little bit. Let's see how this turns out. I've never had someone on the YouTube Live while doing Instagram Live at the same time. So let's see. This is 29 United. His name is Arya as well. Let's see if he is there. Hope this could be, I'll make sure the volume is adjusted well enough. Hey, there he is. Arya, how's it going, man?
Sorry for my hair and such. I just woke up not long ago. So, yeah. How are you doing?
Doing all right, man. Well, you're 3 hours ahead. What do you mean you just woke up? Come on now. Like, what are you, mailman? I'm just kidding. That wasn't a good joke.
No. But, yeah. Have you seen the England lineup? It just came out a few hours ago.
I did get a glance of it. I didn't get a full glance of it. I've been up and about this morning. So, yes, the England's lineup was announced. And what have you got to say about it, Arya?
So, I think the best thing for us is Fikayo Tomori has not been called up. And he was, I guess, the only defender I was really, really worried about. And, yeah, Southgate picked Maguire and Eric Dyer over him. And I think that's good for us because Tomori would have caused us some issues for sure.
Okay. I agree. And let's see, I'm also getting on, like I said, I'm doing my best to multitask, also on YouTube as well. Someone's saying, of course, England, Wales, and USA's lineups have been announced. And I think there's a good amount of USA fans that are unhappy about 5 or 6 of the selections of players on the United States. So I'm not taking too much stock into that. I mean, their main striker up top is Haji Wright, I believe. But we'll see. You know, everyone. You know, these rosters are looking good. I just, I think if we continue to experience a situation of, okay, Iran's waiting for the last moment to share their lineup, I think we're going to be finding out, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, on the 13th.
I think they're waiting for, well, they're probably waiting for today's game too.
Okay.
And then to show us the lineup. And also, the U.S. lineup, I've seen a lot, I don't know, it's very mixed. It came out last night. I've seen a lot of people complain. There's players like Chris Richards from Crystal Palace, which I think is not making it. And then we got that Ricardo Pepi guy who plays in the Eredivisie, I believe.
Yeah.
Apparently he's been cut off. So
yeah, Groningen.
There's a lot of promising signs for us. So I just hope it goes well.
All right, awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, man, I'm going to have to be shutting this down in a little bit. I like to watch as much. I'm going to try to watch as much as the game as possible. Obviously, I'll be stuck in traffic, so hopefully I'll be able to listen or watch somewhere. But I appreciate you taking the time, Arya. All the best to you. I know you're in Canada. And, let's hope Iran takes care of business today and obviously in the World Cup.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
No problem, man. Always a pleasure. Let's see. And then Kasra Ahmadi said something else. Let's see. I got that. So Kasra Ahmadi said Tillman not being called up is hilarious. I think a lot of American fans are saying Petfolk not being called up is a huge loss too. Well, anyways. So I'll be wrapping this up in just a few more minutes. I know a lot of people are also saying tomorrow the most probable that Carlos Queiroz will announce the full roster tomorrow. Like I said, I know earlier somebody said that don't fully trust Varzesh, and yes, I do. It's a good idea to have that mindset of don't trust some of these sources super quickly. Yeah, I understand that. So like I said, looking forward to seeing as much of this game as possible. Obviously, I'll have to miss some of the first half because I'll be on my way to work. But like I said, also, the Golbazan saying that the list will be coming out on Sunday. Yeah, and that was pretty much where I was getting at as well, too. I did say that earlier, the 13th. Glad we have that clarification. Looking forward to seeing who's on that list. And I'm hoping that list I saw, according to Varzesh, is not correct. Because, like I said, I would love to see Amir Hosseinzadeh, and perhaps and also Shahab Zahidi on the roster as well. Let me see what everyone's saying. Okay, thanks for the support. Really do appreciate it. Someone said here lost to Germany last night in World Cup final FIFA 23 as Iran, but finished first in my group. Okay, I'd be thrilled if Iran just gets to the second round. I've not played FIFA or anything like that in a long time. Okay, someone said for me to learn your name. You've been my fan for 2 years. Okay, yes, Ali Reza Yagubi. Thank you for the support. Really do appreciate it. All right, so let's see. I'm eager to see who will be in the starting lineup today. Right now I got all kinds of different, mobile devices, all kinds of, devices in front of me. So I don't really have the, the best way to access this right now. So if someone else is able to tell me, that would be great. And right now, of course, we all know Iran's first game of the World Cup is against England. But right now, it hasn't hit me yet that the World Cup is so near. I don't know how everyone else is feeling, but that's exactly how I'm feeling right now. Someone just said also, has the same Iran jersey from '98 World Cup France. Yes, this jersey is a classic. I think Iran should have brought back something similar to this design. Like something similar to this, like combining a retro and something new than what they have for this World Cup. I mean, because I don't know what they're thinking with these shirts. I mean, do I want a brand new shirt from this World Cup? Well, I do, because unfortunately I have a habit of always getting the Iran shirts maybe a few months after the World Cup, because yes, lots of times they're cheaper, things like that. Yeah, I know, it shouldn't be airing out so much of this, highly sensitive information, which I know it's not really sensitive. I'm just, just trying to be funny. But let's see if anyone else out there, if you're interested in some Team Eli merch, remember, got these Iran Team Eli Talk scarves. If you want one, contact me on social media or send me an email, teamelitalk@gmail.com. And someone asked, is the game not being broadcasted? I'm pretty sure you can find it on some of these different sites, like try hesgoal.com, HESgoal.com. That's what I would recommend. That's where I usually go whenever I need to try to find an Iran game somewhere. Okay, everyone, so having said all that, let's see, someone said here, I think there was only one center forward at World Cup against England. It's got to be Taremi, not Azmoun. I agree with that. Taremi's obviously been in better shape. Azmoun is not 100%. And I think, Azmoun coming off the bench as a super sub would be extremely, extremely beneficial for Iran. And I think it's fair to say that that's exactly what Carlos Queiroz will do. So once again, yes, no problem. Glad I could help. That website is HESGoal, HESGoal.com. So if you're able to find that, I suggest going to that website. I've not looked just yet, but I'm going to have to wrap up this special live edition of Team LA Talk. I appreciate you all being on. Thank you so much. Let's hope that, yes, and also if you're on the YouTube feed, I'm seeing some more sources being posted for where to watch the game live. Iran versus Nicaragua. So everyone, hope you all have a good day. Let's go Team LE. We could do this. And remember, the World Cup is just about here. If you are going to be in Qatar, I'll be there also doing some live, special live editions as well, before games and after matches as well. It's going to be a lot of fun, be very busy, but hope to see some of you there. Have a nice day, everyone. Let's go Iran.